Yo, welcome to another video, guys. Today we're going to be doing the Steel Fortress, guys. Now you can see the team in front of me. This is basically your free-to-play team. Obviously you've got the Dark Vampire Lord. He is free to play. You can get him with ancient coins, and he is amazing here. I was fortunate enough that my theory crafting video actually worked to perfection. I have made one adjustment. You'll see in front of you I'm not using the Pang. The Pang is amazing, and I will use her probably in the next run. But this is the most free-to-play friendly team you can make. Obviously you've got the Lauren, you've got the Fran, you've got the Rock, you've got the Wind and the Dark Vampires, right? Or the Vampire Lord. Now, the reason for that is the single most important thing in this dungeon is the block beneficial effects. So while the strips are awesome, it's really going to depend on whether you get that block beneficial effect up right away or not. You can see there the Dark Vampire Lord did not use it, so hopefully this guy will. There it is, and that's why I'm running him, because once you get that up, it's just a matter of time. You get to the shield. Hopefully the Lauren can strip. Ideally, the faster she strips, the better. But if not, it's just going to take a little while. But there you see, the boss got the turn, and then after this, it's GG. There's no way we're going to fail. Once you get those beneficial effect blocks up, you're going to be good. Because between the Lauren and the Fran, he's just never going to get a natural turn. The only thing that's going to happen is every 5 turns that you get, then he's going to do kind of like a counter attack basically. But as far as getting himself getting a turn, he is not. He's just not going to. And that's why you don't really need to elongate the beneficial effects block. So that's what I noticed, and that's why I'm not using the Pang. So this minute runs about a minute 30 to a minute 55-ish. This was one of the slower runs. Okay, now this team is very reliable, guys. Very reliable. So I know what you're gonna say. Well, what if I don't have this guy? All right, so I'll give you a few other things that you can switch it with. So let's say you have a Sync build. Maybe you've got Sync, and Sync is definitely an awesome replacement for the Wind Vampire, especially if you already have the Sync build. You can see right there he does prioritize his skill 3 kind of well, honestly. He doesn't really derp too much, but we'll see. We'll see. Obviously there's still that possibility no matter what. But for example, let's say that you're using up your skill ups for the Dark Vampire Lord. So maybe you don't want to build the Wind one, right? Because they do need skill ups. My Wind Vampire is actually not skilled up, so that's kind of hurting me as well. We're missing plenty of damage because of it. And obviously the cooldown reduction on his skill 2, plus the the application, right? The application of the actual debuff is it's only 75% if it's not skilled up. So again, basically the way the team works is Fran is there for the heals, obviously the immunity, so your team doesn't get stunned. The attack, a secondary attack buff, right there. The Dark Vampire Lord did his job right away, so this will be GG. So, again, as long as the Lauren can cleanse that, or strip that, I mean, hopefully. It might take a little while. So the faster you can strip that defense buff, obviously the faster you're going to be able to kill him. So that's why it can range as far as the time goes, about 30 seconds, give or take, for the most part. Now the Rock is your damage dealer, and also so that team up, the reason I like using two of the beneficial effect blocking monsters is because it reduces the chances of him not taking one of them, right? I mean, it would just be pretty bad RNG if he took Lauren and Fran every time, right? So what it does is it reduces the cooldown on them so that he can indeed take one of them. So there you go, guys. The Sync also works very well. All right, now we're going to use the Ping, and then I'll show you the runes afterwards. So the Ping is awesome because even when she's going to be stripping, right? She's going to be stripping very well, and you can kind of get some damage going in while maybe the Dark Vamp is let's just say the Dark Vamp doesn't apply the beneficial effects blocks right away. So the pings strips every time, especially, you know, when the rock takes her. It's very nice because you're going to be able to get some damage in because she's going to be stripping that shield, and you don't have to break through the shield, right? Now, Osharian, for some reason, I tried him, and at first glance, it seemed like he'd be amazing, but I actually lost. When I used Osharian, I actually lost. So when I used the Ping, I have not lost. So, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what it was. Maybe I'll lose down the road with Ping as well. I'm not sure. But there we go. Luckily, you see, and I do have the rock moving before, and that's why. So that when he moves first, if he takes the Vampire Lord, he kind of, the way the team has been working for me, the Vampire Lord, his beneficial effects is probably on cooldown, as well as his S3. But when Rock teams up and he takes them, he kind of applies it very, very fast. And if he does, boom. I mean, you see how fast they destroy this guy, right? They basically just wipe him out very, very easily. Minute 21. Alright guys, now I'm going to show you the runes, but before I do it, just want to show you how you can find out what you personally have that can be your backup beneficial effects blocker. So you saw what I did. You go to collection, right? You go to collection, you'll be able to search. You click here, and then you search. So let's say you got a Shiwu. Shiwu can definitely help. Shiwu can definitely help, and you really don't need too much damage from this second beneficial effects blocker. Between the rock, the attack buffs, you're basically gonna have unlimited attack buff, so you can get definitely plenty of damage as long as you get that beneficial effects block. Now she's just not going to work, okay? You can read her skill 3 to know why. Water, you don't want to bring any of them because they're going to glance, right? If you're lucky enough to have a Pumbig, he's going to work pretty well. You saw Arjun, how good he worked. This chick is actually probably pretty good, man. She's pretty good. She's going to give you the beneficial effects block, and it goes up to 100% application, right? So as long as you got accuracy on her, which is one of the most important things you're going to need, and I'm going to show you, and you'll see why, right? I'm going to show you the runes. Now this guy also does it on skill 3, so monsters that do it on skill 3, they do sort of prioritize it a little more often. Now, he probably will need to be skilled up, though. I don't know if you have him skilled up. If you're lucky enough to have him, then you could use him. I don't have him skilled up or 6-star, so I did not use him. I did not test him. And then, obviously, you saw the sync. This girl as well can indeed work. So the thing is, hers is on skill 2, so she's not gonna, maybe if you're lucky enough, you can get this skilled up all the way and maybe miss some skill ups here, so that she's actually not using this. Or basically this will be on cooldown more often than not, and she can get this, and because she is a 3-star, you might be able to get away with it and actually get it to work for you. One of the rare times you want the skill 2 maxed before the skill 3, right? And obviously this guy, I tested him. He works, he actually works as well because he's got it on skill 3, so he does prioritize it. And then the rest are pretty much, if you're lucky enough to have them, you better use them, okay? All right, so now let me show you the runes. Now guys, don't feel like you need this kind of rune quality. I am fairly positive it will work with less rune quality. All right, so this is the Agar. Now the reason he is so fast, guys, is because I'm also using him in the Punisher's Crypt. All right, so this is his rune set. He's actually got an amazing rune set right now. This was my Pernos rune set with a few tweaks, but you'll notice the accuracy, 97. So I threw an accuracy rune on him because this is the single most important thing. If he doesn't land it, yeah, then you're probably gonna wipe, honestly. You may be able to get away with 1 or 2 goes around, but eventually you will probably wipe because your friend's immunity is only 2 turns, and you'll just get stun locked, right? So that's the most important thing. You want immunity. I mean accuracy. So that's the most important thing. You want accuracy, and you can just go speed. I have it on crit damage. You can definitely just go crit rate. If you can swing the crit damage, obviously it's going to speed up your run a little bit, right? And then this, the leader skill, and obviously you've got the blood contract, which is amazing. It's actually enough sustain. This is the friend, just speed, HP. But obviously you don't need will. If you can get energy or whatever guard just to make her tankier. Maybe fight set if you can, that'd be great. This is a rock. He is on fatal, speed, crit damage, and HP. You need some HP because he'll just die. I do recommend about 18,000 HP. Maybe a little less depending. I don't know. We'll see. I guess you'll have to test it out. I honestly can't tell you a definite number, but you do want some HP for sure. And then this is the Lauren. Lauren is Violent Revenge, Speed, HP. And then this is the Pain. She's also on an accuracy rune again. It's very important. Now you do want the 85. You really want 85. I couldn't really get her there because I wanted her on crit damage. So it is speed, crit damage, and HP again. And then this is the Arjun. He is on speed, attack, crit damage, and accuracy. Again, you really want the accuracy. You can see I don't have him fully skilled. I'm kind of hoping that this the next skill ups I give him, they all max this again and not this, and then I think he's going to be really good here for sure. And then I'll show you the sync. Obviously, you don't need will on him. So the sync is awesome because he is defense based, so he can take a hit regardless, right? So he's on speed, crit damage, and defense. His accuracy is very low. I do suggest you maybe put him on defense, crit damage, accuracy, or just speed, defense, accuracy. Accuracy is the most important thing. His damage, it won't matter at all if he's not landing these, right? So having being able to land the beneficial effects block is what's going to make your runs very consistent and safe. Alright guys, so this I do believe is your ideal team for the Steel Fortress. This is how you're going to be farming those awesome artifacts. Alright, if you didn't know, now you know. You know.